taking in that money, don't look like us.
No, not the decision makers, not the real decision makers, but it affects us. That's the scary part. Their decision affect us, and not only us, they affect the kids that lives in our community.
As a matter of fact, the superintendent of school in Newark reports directly to Governor Christie.
That's right. That's
right. She doesn't report
to nobody else.
To nobody else in Newark. She's not even responsible. She can tell the parents, look, guys,
that's right.
You guys go to hell.
That's what she does.
Yeah, and that's what she does.
That's what she does.
But however, if you have something like the Newark Online Radio Experience,
correct.
You can hold them accountable.
That's exactly right. And that's what I tell you, Anson, I really hope that you give us the opportunity to do something like this that you're doing up here in Maplewood.
Oh, absolutely.
I really do hope that you can let us, have an outlet in Newark going forward.
It's a done deal. It's a done deal.
I really do. Like I said, we can really, I think, do some good work down there and move some issues forward. I think Hassan, I think he's pretty much interested in even just supporting us in terms of what you're doing here.
Yeah, because what it is that it is so important. I lived on Alexander Street in Newark.
Up in Vailsburg area.
Vailsburg area. And it's funny. The people that live in Vailsburg, I used to tell people I live in Vailsburg.
Yeah.
I never said Newark.
Right. Yeah.
It was like, where's Vailsburg?
Yeah, exactly. It was like when we moved, we moved up.
We lived in a Weequahic section.
Yeah,
the Weequahic section.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't tell people we live in the
right.
The
Weequahic section.
Yeah.
I would tell people I live in Vailsburg.
Yeah. Now they do it to Forest Hills.
Yeah, exactly.
They live in Forest Hills.
Yeah.
North Newark.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, where's Vailsburg? I said, Vailsburg is right, in Newark. Right. Oh, you live in Newark.
Exactly. You didn't want to claim it, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Because
unless you was in the street, you would claim it in the street.
Yeah.
But in the other world,
there you go. In the other world. In the other world, you have to make it Vailsburg.
Well, I got in my whole career, I pretty much, even when I was because I came out of Texas Tech, I used to tell people, hey, I'm from Newark. Hey, oh, wow, how'd you make it out of there?
I tell you that, and that's the truth. I mean, like, even when I was in schoolhouse, and I knew guys from Brooklyn, the Bronx, when I was in college. They was almost intimidated to come to Newark, man. And you would think the Bronx, the boogie down Bronx, and Brooklyn, all that old tough, quote unquote, tough stuff. Newark, brother, it held it on. It really did. So I think if what you can do, what you're doing up here in Maplewood, we can duplicate this down in Newark, Anselm, I think you really have a winner. And I think you'll be surprised with some of the response that you're willing to get. Hassan has a lot of outlets, man, in terms of folks that we know in Newark and the surrounding areas.
Sure do.
So I think, I really, I think he's really a resource for information getting out there.
Well, I'm really happy, Hassan, that you came here on very short notice.
Yeah, it was real short. Yeah, exactly.
It was very, very short notice.
Yeah.
And sometimes these things is like, how the Spirit kind of moves you sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I was driving in my car and I'm hearing all these people saying all these negative things about Deshaun Jackson. I'm like, I mean,
call me right on up, Haas. Yeah. Call me. I think I forget what time you gave me 2 hours warning.
Yeah,
or something like
I'm saying
call
that,
your brother, man.
Yeah, the guy may be, the guy may have some problems.
Yeah.
But it's like Michael Vick. Yeah. When they crucified Michael Vick.
Oh my goodness!
I thought he killed some humans.
They crucified that guy.
Did you? I think one of the witnesses was his cousin.
Yeah.
And he was in court, and he said, "Are we here about some dogs?
Yeah.
You got to be kidding, some dogs.
Yeah.
But hey, they took that. What's that? APA? That other organization?
Yeah, ASPC.
They took that when he said that. He was dead. Matter of fact, he was a witness for the prosecution.
Right.
Mm-hmm. When he made that statement about, we hear some dogs. Are you serious?
Believe me, we're dog and animal lovers. First, everyone out there, don't come beating Anselm up about that. We don't want that. We don't want no. I mean, we don't want you guys. I mean, we love dogs and animals, but it was just the equate the human to an animal. I think that's in our community. That's sort of we didn't quite understand that.
Right.
And believe me, we love animals, but we just didn't quite. I think it was a different take on it from minorities in general, Anselm. I really think so.
And that poor guy was vilified, crucified,
and he still is. He still is.
And he's coming to New York now.
Yeah.
So
and they hooping and hollering about that. My understanding, they may be up
and
there.
it's like you could never pay your debt to society.
No, exactly.
He's done everything possible.
Yeah,
He
he's
gave
paid it.
millions of dollars to the organization.
Everything
He did
possible, and somehow some of the reporters are going to find some way
Some way, yeah.
to bring that up.
Yeah.
So
This
I mean,
is why we have to talk about Anselm every step of the way.
Yeah,
5
yeah.
days a week, you on air, and going forward, we got to talk about it. We got to push back on it.
And as you say that, it's like this event they're having tomorrow, a community forum when the dream becomes a nightmare, the Black student experience in South Orange and Maplewood. Because in South Orange and Maplewood, many of the residents going to say to you how diverse a community we are. That they moved to South Orange and Maplewood for diversity, right? That this is one of the most diverse community that you can move in and it's happy and everything else. But when time comes for diversity in the AP classes,
The education
in the education system,
Sure.
that's a little different.
A big difference.
Yeah.
You take the B class, we'll make sure we get the A classes.
Correct is right.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. But Hassan, in closing, what would you like to say in closing? I mean, this is the first time we have had a former professional player, in the Village With Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience, and we really appreciate you taking the time.
I sure appreciate you guys inviting me here, and I'm welcome. Just give me a call and I'll be back.
So you enjoyed yourself?
Sure did.
Okay,
Very
cool.
much. Sure did.
Well, we really appreciate that. And Rod, what about you, Rod?
Listen here, man. I see big things for you, man. I really do, Anselm. And I really want to give you big ups. And like I said, I really appreciate my brother for taking the time out, because I think we drug him out of a meeting today. Yeah. And
you know what?
Yeah.
Your brother told me about the event you're having tomorrow. So you want to just talk a little bit about that?
Okay, I'm doing my youngest son. Well, my baby, he's not a baby. He's pretty big for a 9-year-old, but he has autism, and autism is one of the. New Jersey leads the list in autism. It was Utah, but New Jersey had the number one state in the whole country with autism. Me and my wife embarked on trying to open up a center for kids with autism for after school and during the weekend. But because there's no place in Essex County that who could, the place that do support that kind of activities, they're all far away. They're an hour, 2 hours away. But we don't have anything in the Essex County or in our urban area. So we embarked on opening up a center for kids with autism. And tomorrow, we have our first 3K walk, which is going to be at in Newark at Branchwood Park near the Cherry Blossoms. And we expected over 200 people to be there. Some political people, some regular people, some sponsors, Models, Home Depot is part of it, some other entities. But it's the first one, and we expect a big crowd there. And it's up to that. My wife is pretty passionate about doing it. And she embarked on this maybe about a year ago, and seemed to be on its way.
Well, I mean, it's and you see,
real important.
And this is really important, because these are the type of things that community should be doing and rallying around, situations like this, and
particularly the minorities.
Yeah, and this is something that since it's being held in Newark, so to speak,
Branchwood Park,
the Newark Online Radio Experience.
Right.
If you I know you guys are listening out there. It's called the Newark Online Radio Experience. Just like you have the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience, and the Newark Online Radio Experience is going to be covering what's going on in Newark, but also the surrounding towns as well. So it's not just going to be, it's going to be predominantly Newark, but there are other activities going on around town in Essex County. I'm sure they're going to cover that as well. And this is the type of difference that, at least I believe, these type of online radio stations can make in these communities, because we need an outlet in order to help people make some decisions. We need to help them. And if when we say we help them, we hold their foot to the fire, because media is very powerful.
Yeah.
And as you know, we don't own a lot of media.
Exactly.
We don't own a lot of media.
Like I said, I think what you're doing here,
not the face of the media.
Right, we're not the face of the media.
Yeah.
So when they know that someone is going to hold you accountable,
right.
and you could have hundreds of thousands of people listening,
Correct.
and you can reach hundreds of thousands of people,
Right.
then they're going to want to sit in the boardroom and discuss things with you.
Sure.
I think, like I said, what you're doing here is just the start of something big. I really do. I really think you got something here, and I think you're going to just blow it on up, man. And like I said, whatever the Abu Bakr family and we can do to help you push your thing up the hill, we're going to continue to support you and get it out, get the word out for you.
By the way, Hassan, I told your brother this. We have a very popular guy in Trinidad and Tobago. A popular guy in Trinidad and Tobago in 1990. We had a coup in Trinidad and Tobago, and it was done by a gentleman named Abu Bakr.
So in other words, something bad, man. Stop that.
No, it was good.
It was good. Oh, he was a good guy.
It was actually good.
Okay, because usually coups are bad.
No,
man.
this was good for
so
us.
you put the good guy in
Yes,
this time.
was good because we were having problems in the country,
Okay, great.
and the government wasn't doing the right thing.
That may be a family member of ours. Give me his number.
And he decided that, the government wasn't doing the right thing for the country,
Right.
and he had a coup.
Okay.
But he's free now. He's a free man now.
Okay.
He walks around like normal.
Okay.
And that's what Trinidad and Tobago is about.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
but
great.
he made a significant difference.
Okay. Well, hopefully the Abu Bakr family and the brothers, we can do something, make a difference.
Trinidad.
With
we
you,
are
man.
making a difference already.
Okay, cool.
You guys are here tonight. So I must tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we had with us tonight Hassan Abu Bakr, former NFL player. He played in Canada as well as a professional player. And his son, Hassan Whiteside, played for the Sacramento Kings. And he's still currently a professional basketball player. So we're going to go for a short break, and we're going to wrap up when we come back. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome, and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169. A new kind of talk comes to South Orange Maplewood online radio experience in April. Join award-winning journalist and civil rights activist Walter Fields weekly as he discusses being black in South Orange and Maplewood, race, and the suburban experience. Black in the Burbs will examine public education, the treatment of black youths, police and community relations, and black business development and faith. The show will serve as a forum for community dialogue. Join Walter Fields on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience for Real Talk coming in April.
You are listening to In the Village with Anselm on South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626 or log on to showmore.org. Coming soon, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. I'd like to say a special thank you to Hassan Abu Bakr and Rod Abu Bakr for coming and joining us here in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. I mean, this was a kind of a quick one. I called my good friend Rod and told him, can you get your brother, a former NFL player, in here so we can talk about this Deshaun Jackson situation? And he was nice enough